Welcome back to Wonderland. Today is a social session. There is nothing planned for tonight, which means any of the bullshit that happens is completely on the players.
Hi. Hi.
God damn.
Hi. Hi. Hey, Angela. It's been a while since I've seen you around here.
Hello. I've just been exhausted.
That's completely fair. Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
You getting a ribbit?
Hey.
Hello there, 13.
Guess I might have to wait for my coffee.
Get your coffee.
Oh, I got alright. Give me a minute then.
You know what? I could do with a coffee too, actually, now I think about it. Hey, sweet. So, as you may have heard, there are some troubles past the university area. Some of you were involved in said troubles. So, those who don't know, for now, don't go through it. Don't go that direction.
What, the university?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't. I didn't get a good looks at that, so okay.
Shit happens wherever we go. Nothing new, nothing old.
Fair, but something new showed up. Until we know what we're dealing with exactly with it, I'd rather not have to have you deal with it now.
Fair enough.
Study it, and we will let you know. We may yet need you to clear that area again. Who knows?
Again, for the 1000th time.
It's only the third, but okay.
It feels like we've gone that way way more than that.
Oh yes, you've gone that direction, but
Cleared it out, I mean.
3 times. 3 times.
Unfortunately,
specific.
warned a land that is currently twisting in on itself will do that.
True.
It's like islands. You don't know what's going to be on an island till you go there.
And the
And when you're
disadvantage
there,
is
well,
that we've never fully cleared it. So, I just,
Oh. Bye.
can you keep
Don't
yourself
forget, there's
in?
an entire cityscape outside the junkyard. Cheshire only sends their people out so far.
True.
let's push some waters out and I can make myself some water use out that way if there's water out that way. Water's up near the forest area, but anywhere else, mountains, sand, who knows what past that might.
I know where there's some water, just no one wants to go down there, because it's horrible.
Well, I
Oh.
can't fit down there, can I?
The
That's
sewer
the issue.
Just butter you up. Squeeze you through.
There's plenty of
Other than
entrances that could put you
past.
down
I'm sure we
I'd
got
rather
some
not.
baby oil around.
I mean, I get the joke, but I'd rather not.
Your big ass forehead. Yeah, hide your baby oil.
Like,
I was already in a whale's gut once, not again.
Understand.
So,
I know.
we didn't get. Go on.
Finish your thought.
We experienced something while we were over by the university. There was a person that perished here, but
Yes, there was.
for all of the gods, we can't remember the name. Like,
Because you made a price. for it.
Here's the thing. Let me fill in the blanks a little bit. I don't remember the name either because I never met the person, but we did experience a residual memory, a residual haunting, so powerful that there was actually physical phenomena that happened. There were claw marks that were raked across the floor. There were books that are scattered. There are books that are scattered, and we happened to find a note that I believe that the queen herself is holding on to. I don't remember the exact details, but it was something along the lines of. I'm sorry. It's so hazy to me because I never met the person.
It's quite alright.
Something along the lines of. Oh, go ahead.
I said it's quite alright. Go on.
About they wish that they could have done more, but they want us to thrive. That's the vibe that I got.
sounds about right.
Because a deal was made with something far more powerful than any of you realize.
That is the case because I specifically remember an artifact or something very close, very personal to this person, being displayed. Then the artifact itself disappearing. Then the case itself, if you believe it. Then the only thing left is a plaque dedicated to a friend. That's all that's left. Heck, as far as I know, the plaque's probably gone now.
Everything in this realm, be it the things in your head, your body, or the objects found around you, is made from the memories of other people. Everything from the people in this room, to previous souls, to even things as strong as Rabbit, and myself, or Cheshire. So it stands to reason if your price is to remove the memory of a person, there's no end to what that could start to change. Just as you can't remember their name. Everything could have been affected. Yeah, you could be right. That plaque won't even be there. Tomorrow you could remember there's not even a plaque to begin with. But that decision was made for you. In the best interest of everyone else and for greater safety. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it will forever be something that pains you even if you don't remember why. But without it, you would never have attained something that would have left you in a much worse position. I understand that a fight nearly broke out last time over this topic, but let's not forget that the Shadow Book was the thing found after giving this up.
Yes.
Imagine what damage that would do if in the hands of our enemy. Able to resurrect anything you put down at a moment's notice, able to create terrifying bouts of magic with a wave of a hand. Yes, it's a terrible price to pay, but frankly, things could be a lot worse for all of us if it hadn't been made.
I guess there's a negative, there is a positive.
If it's any.
Oh my god, DOS is coming online? No
gives you
way.
any rest.
Are we going to get Cheshire this session?
I remember her
Holy
name,
shit.
but it wouldn't matter if I told you it.
I was about to ask, but I think I'll leave that question unanswered.
Her name is.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You said it.
Exactly.
You won't hear it even if we try.
I didn't know the rabbit was TV.
He certainly watches enough of it.
At least you remember their name. I guess that's all we can ask for.
Something you all need to remember is even when these, relatively speaking, quite nasty things happen, few of you started to get in Amelia's face about it, and again, as said, nearly cause a fight. Let's not forget that she is here for all of you and is trying to lead all of you to whatever end it is that you seek. She has your best interests at heart, no matter how hurtful they may seem. You're in the middle of a war, things aren't going to be easy, things aren't going to be nice. You don't want to be a part of it, go sit it out like the rest of the poor souls that we're having to protect. And you've all agreed to play a role, one way or another. You could have chosen to sit all this out when Corporal King found you. You could have chosen to sit at the sidelines waiting for the war to blow over, but you've not. You've chosen to make friends with the underworld of this land.
Yeah, and that was a mistake.
To try and guess where everyone else can't make it to certain places. You could have sat down and simply played music for everyone, but you don't. Each of you are very important, and are widely considered to be the best of the best in the Red Army. Don't squander that by causing infighting.
We're the best of the best, chat. Doesn't that give you so much hope?
There are certain people who are not currently present who could do with reminding of this fact, one way or another. But we can only say so much. You need to do it for yourselves as well. I think I need to explain to a few of you who these people are. But regardless, please, just try and do your best. It's all we ask for.
And while you are all fighting, I still have to do my job. That means passing judgment on every single one of you. At the end of everything.
If tomorrow one of you asked one of us to put you through your final door, we would do so without hesitation because it is your right to ask for that. The judgment that we have passed upon you and where you end up is an entirely different matter. Do you think you've earned it? Writing in the list?
Well, I don't think I have.
That's something for you to come to terms with. By the way, enough of all this depressing bollocks. I'm going to go get something to eat.
I think food sounds good right about now. Oh, GC. Maybe a fish or something. Bleeding hell, no bastard.
What kind of fruit we have? What kind of fruit we have?
Have an orange or something. Make yourself use.
There's the DOS. Getting a Cheshire this session. Hell yeah.
Ah. Damn.
Oi, Stella, catch. Yep, some oranges. Keep the scurvy off you.
I
Filling
don't
'em
think
up,
we
put
can
'em in
get
a-
scurvy here, but thanks.
You never know. Let's see. Do you have any fish in there? Fish, oranges, and garlic would work well. No,
Nice ripe pear.
Evening there, mate.
Resource
Oh.
delivery.
Any fresh fish in there or fish cans?
Not quite. Something else that you might enjoy, though. We managed to get a hold
what's
of
that?
a few different spices and herbs for cooking and whatever else you want to do with.
There you go, my
We've
three.
scoured around. Some of them are more freshly picked, others are found in more memory piles, you know,
Thank you very much.
containers and whatnot. Hey,
Very
if
much.
it helps boost morale for people, you know. We've delivered most of it to the wider range of the army, but this is what we could spare for you guys, keeping in your little home away from home.
You know, I'm gonna go check something. I'll be back.
So yeah, there's
It'll make the
things
food less
like,
bland.
curried spices, different herbs, all kinds of things. Have a bumble through. As I said, most of it's been put to the front lines, but this is what I managed to snag away for you guys. Yo. And with
Fascinating.
spices and herbs for food in case anyone wants to try and make something not on land.
Lovely.
Anyway, I do with coffee.
Go for it. Always welcome to it. Good, Effie?
So I missed
Something bothering
anything
you?
interesting?
I guess it's my turn to be fucking depressed, I guess.
Not too much. Something's been... The only really problem is people have been getting stolen from the university gate. That's really about it.
That's not promising.
I just keep wondering, am I doing enough? That's the one thing that I still remember. Just that raw feeling of not doing enough. But from life, I guess that's kind of why I am the way that I am now. You know, physically.
Pardon me, big man.
Lack of a better word.
Shipment. Right, here's the second box,
okay.
boss.
Yeah,
So,
it's other
What's in
little
box
things.
number 2?
More supplies, stuff to keep you, you know, happy and all that.
And generalized stuff that can be used for dry rations or canned goods, kind of thing.
Pretty much.
Got any vegetables?
Maybe,
I
let's have a
think
look.
near the top
I
of
didn't
the
pack too
second
many
one.
of them myself.
I think at the top of the second one there's a few, not much, but yeah, there's a few.
Make a
Effie,
nice vegan stew.
if it gives you any comfort, you thinking that is more than some people around here do. There's a few people around here who don't do anything.
Actually, I do have some good news. The device we're making to help with our power problem. Like, you know, our ability's not working. Nah, the power cell for that device is almost incomplete.
Oh,
Lot going on
okay.
here today.
Go.
Once that is complete, now we just need to work on the device itself that attaches to you and then injects you. Go on that.
That would certainly help out me, at least.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
I just punch things really hard, so you know.
It's mainly for the people with the magical abilities. I've heard that there's this thing out there that's draining us, and we aren't able to use it. So hopefully this device will help us with that. You know,
At least it might give a boost.
Yeah, just a little boost to hopefully get that.
For the most part, unless it's something you innately came with, new magics that are learned cost memories, or the memory materials that we've been finding. So, at least for people with innate abilities, it means they won't be exhausted as often, which would be nice. There is someone out in the field, though, that apparently has managed to make a new magic an innate because he's been using it for so long. So that's impressive.
It's something
Very much so.
Yeah. I've been thinking to sit down with them to try and probably, I don't know, get some new shit for our repertoire.
I don't know.
Finding the person's the issue, though, but what can you do?
The only innate thing I can do is summon my bikes.
Yeah.
Do I hear a scouting mission?
To
Maybe.
find a
We need to get
single
some more
person?
details on it.
Okay.
It depends on what kind of, state that guy's in, because let's face it, most of the people we find out and about aren't exactly
Is that the
best.
Cheshire?
Yeah, some of them want to stab us in the gut immediately, or
I don't know if that's the Cheshire, if it's like a tree or
yeah.
something.
I think
Some of these
there
people
was
aren't even part of the full army. Some of them just that horrible.
Yeah,
and
or
the
they just
territorial
got a
assholes.
bad hand dealt to them. They just got a bad hand dealt to them, and they're like, "Fuck you."
I mean, take the druid, for example. She basically wanted to kill everyone in the area the moment she found us, but spared us for some outward reason. Now we've managed to make friends with her, granted, but when we first found her, she was nice.
Yeah, that
Is she
was
blonde?
that one group.
Huh?
Never mind. It's a stupid question.
Alright, sure.
Is she blonde?
Yeah,
He
the dudes
asks
are
in
what
front
killed
of the
the other group of
blonde.
people that wanted help, right? That were out there. I heard about.
Yeah, there was a group of souls that were on their last legs, kind of surviving out and about, but because they wandered into the druid's territory, they more or less got slaughtered. So.
And instead of being nice and just walking away,
Oh, that's the bust
well,
up or something.
dead.
Okay.
So, at the best, we're on neutral terms with the druid right now. We're on the fringes of her territory, but not much deeper unless we're invited or willing. At least I'm not an enemy. That's an important bit for me. Makes my job a little easier. I hear footsteps.
That just happened.
Isn't sudden.
Oh boy.
You said it, big guy.
How you been?
Yeah.
Got some spices.
You know that comment that was made about people who don't
Alright, boss lady, I'm
I'm
heading
sorry.
back out. If you need me, give me a call.
Yeah, later.
Cheers. Take care, y'all.
Cheers.
Anyway, I think I spotted some looks a little too worse for wear, so I'm gonna go make sure they're okay.
Oh, that's Bernice. Okay. We just got the whole Sons of Kaladin here.
Alfie?
Yeah.
If you're really at a loss for something to do, and you really want to do something to help, make an appeal to the
Yes.
Cheshire. Try to join her faction, and then you can help me with my experiments. If you want to.
I'll need to think about it.
Of course.
I don't know the Cheshire. I know what she does or what you do for her, but I don't know her as a person. So I don't know what her ideals are, what her goals are. I could easily join her in a moment of weakness when I'm depressed and looking for some sort of meaning or to find some way to leave the world a little bit better than before I leave this one. But
I'm not going to pressure you into anything, and I'm pretty sure the Cheshire is going to be around today. So take your time, think about it, and maybe make a decision.
I will think about it.
No, fish and chips is pretty like.
I'm assuming fried.
I do.
I love fried chicken.
That's exactly what I
Yeah, fish and
mean.
chips
That's
I can
exactly what I mean.
understand, but like chicken sandwiches, you can do more with chicken sandwiches.
I guess I got competition then, because I do make a killer chicken sandwich as well.
Bring it
Did I
on,
just
white
create a
boy.
cook-off?
So I guess it depends on like how you make the fish and chips and like how you make the potatoes and stuff. Because you could just make them
You know,
bland, or you
mix
could like
cybernetic
make some cool
chicken
shit.
sandwiches.
I think you ruffled his metallic feathers.
Holy shit.
Anyway.
There's no one around. I guess I'm
Nice to
coming
meet you.
back.
Sorry.
That's literally why I came back in. She was coming in, I'm like, I'm not going out there alone. Fuck that.
Honestly, that is fair. I don't like being around people, but that is fair.
Yeah, well, looks like I accidentally brought the party to you, so.
I'd rather not get fucking ganked while I'm out there alone. Fuck that.
Ah, I'm the main character now.
I mean, you do have
Fuck
to.
you mean?
I do have
There's nothing main character about your bitch ass. I'm sorry, but you look like a secondary
Hey.
character.
Shut the fuck up, you look like a
Sidekick.
secondary character. You look like you'd be in the background.
Damn.
You look
Yeah,
like the
because look,
second
I've
love
got the cool
interest that will not
glasses,
end
and
up
he's
with
got
a
the
girl.
generic freaking, store-bought brand.
Yeah, exactly.
I got
These are
aura.
nice. What the fuck you mean?
See?
Which
See,
gas
look at
station
him.
did you get those at again?
I picked them up at the one of the
I mean,
destroyed
at least, you guys can't lose your head.
I mean, I at least have a nice scarf though.
I think
That
it's
means- Oh, oh.
Put it back on.
Brother,
No head.
what do you mean, brother?
So, can, like, you do that, or can someone else, like...
Oh, anyone can do it. It's very annoying.
Can I try?
No.
Just once.
Fine.
Please.
Fine. Once.
Oh no.
Oh, that hurt. Put me back. Fine. Why
Well,
do
at
you?
least the
why
people
do
I've
you
literally
love
fun
seen
here.
you stomp people's skulls in, and that makes you cringe?
It's when it happens slowly. Yes. I
That
don't like
makes
it,
it
when you tear something apart very slowly. I like it quick and fast.
I like it slowly. I want to see how.
I'm
it
sure you do,
breaks.
big guy. I'm sure you do.
I like to see how it does.
It's starting to,
slow
the lines between
motion.
innuendo are starting to blur.
A little bit, yeah.
Mhm. Anyway, if it takes your fancy, the boxes are over there. They've got canned goods as well as like herbs and spices and whatnot in them.
There's some vegetables as well. Not,
Yeah.
not much.
Fresher ingredients are a little harder to come by, mostly because they're in really fucking nasty areas.
Yeah. That and like we had to work with them immediately or else shit just happened.
Yeah. turns out stuff can just still spoil on the land of the dead, which is bullshit, might I add.
I like the carrot stew I made last week, though.
You
That
know,
was
if
good
we
shit.
put it in the bag and suck out all the air, then it can't spoil.
What?
As long as it's refrigerated.
Oh, yeah.
Again, refrigeration is kind of the issue here. There aren't many places functioning items that do so.
Anything can be used for refrigeration.
There's that
even
one
cold
room.
water.
I mean, yeah, there's...
Yeah, that causes freezer burn.
And we also had to, like, get there, too, and use,
Really,
like...
anything that's cold
what
can
we have to get...
be refrigeration, like cold water, for example. I bet you this... Yeah, it's cold. That could be used
I
as
wouldn't leave chicken in
refrigeration as
there
long
for
as
too
it's-
long. I feel like it'd start bucking again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is true.
You might just like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave like the casserole, like dipped in the overflow. It'll be fine. You come back and it's just whole chicken sitting in water and vegetables.
I expect a casserole, to grow legs.
Well, at least you know it's fresh.
Now that is why
True.
all right.
True.
Yeah,
Oh,
you,
most definitely.
you have to
I
cook the
fucking hate that
dish
shit.
twice.
I'm gonna be real honest.
at
That's
that
like the
point.
one likely for the hate.
This time you'd have to
Oh,
kill
that
it,
doesn't-
skin it,
I don't
debake
like
it,
any type of casserole.
take the stuff out.
Nah, they're not good.
See, okay, I'd be fine with doing that, because I like my chicken boneless. Easier to
Who
work.
doesn't?
You could get pizza
Exactly.
boneless.
I like it with bones. I like just ripping the flesh
Well,
off the bones.
Well, I mean,
I'm
chicken,
gonna
yeah.
say this
But like,
once.
a boneless shit, like
No.
chicken tenders? Oh.
We're not going there.
You got me there, bro. You got me there.
We're not. You shut the fuck up, alright? No,
You know,
we're not
there's
doing
always
that.
been, you got these like chicken tenders that are like small. I don't like them. I like the huge chicken tenders, like the big ones.
You know what I miss from when I was alive? I missed making katsu chicken.
I like popcorn chicken. Chicken popcorn.
What is
We'd all sit around the bonfire, cook that shit up.
Oh no, katsu chicken's like
I
What is
miss
a
burgers.
chicken?
A good
crispy,
smash burger.
almost like a
That's
chicken
what I
steak.
miss.
Oh,
Deep fried outside.
those are
I
what
don't
you're
do
talking about.
burgers.
Okay.
I don't eat them that often.
Have any of you had a smash burger when you were alive?
Yeah.
I prefer not to smash my burgers.
Like, it's okay,
Yeah,
but
no.
I prefer, like...
Then you get.
I have
Then you can have two
like,
patties.
big burgers.
I don't understand the process of getting a perfectly formed patty and burger and stuff and deciding to smash it for some reason. I don't get it.
Yeah. Like, I think it was alright for a bit, but, like, I prefer the...
The point is, like, you can have multiple patties, and you don't have to
And
worry
you have,
about
like,
the
half a
burger
sandwich on it.
shrinking. Honestly, it's pretty good.
I guess I just enjoy food too much and not the prospect of just sustenance.
Damn, alright. Next time we
surprisingly
find
juicy.
it, I'm cooking some burgers next time we find some
Yeah, why not?
out there.
Anyway, I'm gonna go check on a few things. You all can stay if you want, but I'm gonna be out for a bit. Later.
I'm quite good.
Cheers. Alright, so hear me out. Burger.
On my planet, we only have the love of seeing bitter fruits. But great in aiding growth.
Nah, that's gotta suck.
And those sort of gluttonous foods that your people have on your planets.
On my planet, I was poor.
You say your planet like it's a problem.
What, are you racist now?
Overindulgence of food is a weakness.
He has always been racist.
Don't be racist.
Shut up. I didn't say anything. I said chicken. I didn't really say anything.
Okay.
These people speak in
My apologies if I've offended you in either way.
No, you're fine. Oh god, I'm going through it. Oh god.
If you're feeling sick, just step into the healing way.
Shit, you're right, let me just...
Whoa, holy, oh my god. The magic! Oh,
Just here.
oh, the
I need an
magic!
ibuprofen. So fucking badly.
Alright. I'm ready to go.
I have one.
My guy, if you're not that, if you're not good, go take a break.
No, this is shit I have to tough out, unfortunately.
That's understandable.
I hate it here.
Mm.
I fucking hate it here. Why was
Plenty
I
of
born with
water.
anxiety that was higher than, like, taller than me?
Plenty of water. That's how you get through the side effects. Trust me.
My anxiety
Like,
is
seriously,
bigger
just
than me.
chug water. Chug.
I don't want
I'm
to
talking
chug
about through the side effects.
water.
You gotta. This
No,
is coming
because
from a medical
nauseous.
professional. Chug water. That'll help with the side effects.
This is coming from someone who is suffering with the fucking meds. If I chug water, I'm
And
going
this is
to
coming from
fucking
someone that I've seen
gag.
this tons of times.
Fuck you, I'll gag. And have acid refluxes. I can't
I got
chug
a nice
water.
stew. I got a nice stew brewing over there with some of the oranges up here.
Hell yeah.
There's something, yeah, something nice and savory per se, you know. Gonna be a bit,
I like
but
oranges.
yeah. Yeah, oranges are nice. I peeled up. If you want some sliced oranges, there's some over there to snack on.
Oh wait, I mean.
Slay! Yes, I
Huh?
love
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget I'm in a woman's body. I gotta act feminine.
Here you go. I made a little bag of them. There you are. Get a few out.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, make sure the others get some. Don't you eat them all, or else I'll fucking toss your head in.
Damn! You want an orange slice?
Shut.
Have one. Here you go.
Honestly, we had like some.
Here, have an orange slice.
What can I? If we had some chicken, this would be a lot better on it.
It's good.
Have any chicken on?
No.
Right now, it's just a nice
Oh.
orange veggie stew.
You have
Yes.
orange slice. Orange slice.
Oh, thank you.
Orange
Orange slice.
Mira, me con
It's okay. I always get it wrong the first time too.
Es que no puedo hablar en inglés. I cannot speak English.
Scheiße, da finde ich den Ende gut gefragt, dass ich eigentlich so nicht schaust.
¿Qué?
Apologies if my voice box mumbled that a lot. Speaking Greek.
That's great. Alright, where's the balls at? There we go.
Oh, goddamn.
Alright, if you want to start serving yourself, bowls are there, spoons. We got a ladle in. Let the others know.
If I were a rich man. Later. God damn, I'm autistic.
Bowl of soup. No one else wants bowl of soup. Slurp. Slurp.
Get me on bowl then real quick, yeah.
Okay, I moved out of the way and you walked through me anyway. Cool. They still having their conversation? Yep.
We had chicken, this would make the soup a lot better, honestly. But sadly, we didn't have any.
We don't have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, gotta scavenge and go out on what we can get out there at some point.
We need beef. We need to find a cow. Like 2 cows.
Probably 4. Just to be safe.
Yeah. Nah.
Maybe 5, depending on the day.
Well, no. You get 4, then they produce more cows, and then those cows produce more cows. Then we eat 1 cow, then those cows produce more cows.
I say we get 4, and then we get a 5th one if we can, so that way we can have beef and, start doing stuff.
I want a smoked chuck roast. That's what I'm dying for.
Smokes. I miss. So on the ship I had, right? We had every once in a while we would all be up on deck, roll up the sails and everything, trim a bit, and on the side and like facing away from them, we'd have these pots that we made out of like metal barrels and a few other things, right? We would make sure the bottom's lifted up a bit, shove some like wood or some charcoal in there, light it up, put meat, fish, chicken, and like cover it up and smoke them. Now it wasn't the best, but it was still good. Then there were some special days we had where we would just have like mahogany wood, apple cider wood, like good wood, and that's where it would get really good. Gotta woods are like their own spice. Good stuff. Keep the scurvy off me for a few more weeks ago.
Where is the rabbit? He just disappeared. Chill session. I have some questions to ask the rabbit, though. There he is. He's hopping around everywhere.
Rabbit, May I speak with you for a second?
Certainly.
The book that was written by the late scientists, the one from the old Wonderland that we can't remember anymore, that was found along with gifts in the book bag. Do you know anything about that? Anything you can tell me?
That half of it was lies?
Half of what was lies?
Remember, the book told you that she was here longer than she actually was. That book wasn't written by her. That book was written by Ipsum.
Why would Ipsum write that, though?
Because I threw him in here earlier than everyone else. Told him to clear out certain areas. Clean out what needed to be cleaned out before allowing everyone to fend for themselves.
Why would he put information that can be used against him in a book that can be found by anyone?
To make it easier to manipulate others. I sent him away. Amelia kicked him out of here, and I kicked him off the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was an imminent and potential threat.
Alright. That's all.
I can't say how much of the book is lies, how much of it's truth. There's truth in every lie, and exaggeration in every truth. So, everything with a grain of salt.
I'll keep that in mind.
Of course.
Didn't do enough, or did very little. It's always a question.
The
Then
path
again,
I
I've
take
probably
is
done
not
some
linear,
bad
but
things to
exponential.
get here too, and not enough good, but...
My methods have worked,
Exactly.
will work, and continue to work.
It's always a question of...
When I died, I
what
was cut
could
off
I
from
have
my
done or
measured
have done or
tides, my
didn't do?
passive main way of gaining strength. Here I am severely weakened without that chain of blood flowing into me. And so I rebuilt it. Through death and conquest and all the things that you abhor. And I have grown stronger because of it. I could learn from people, yes. But these are methods written in the old ways. Gods were forged from these ways. I cannot stray from the path.
Boy, rub it.
I have already carved my name in the Ascendant Realm. So long as it is a worthy death, death alone is of no concern to me.
Have you considered the fact that reaching an end here not intended could have consequences on your world?
And what would you mean by that?
Well, I was hoping to avoid telling you this until, well, at least a time when you're more open-minded, but I suppose I'll tell you now. The history of your world has been changed and rewritten thanks to the actions of Somali in her death. There was a price paid for her betraying everyone here and choosing a power to break the cycle of life and death. And her final redemption was her being removed. While we share her memories, those of the living world, she may as well never existed, or could have never existed. Hard to tell, really. An entire history of your people could be removed as we speak. Because she chose poorly. Because she was stubborn.
You speak under the assumption that I care for my people. We liberate have no such
care for
choice.
your people, then why do you care for your lowly gods? Everything.
Why do you care for anything? Why do you choose to do the things that you were raised on? Why do you choose to follow a faith that was put upon you?
I care for only one thing in life. And that is the acquisition of strength. so that
You're
I may
not
carve my
alive.
place. And yet here I am.
You have fulfilled your objectives. This is your chance to redeem, to finally do something for yourself and not because you were raised for it like a fucking pawn. That is what our enemy does. They raise them on false pretenses and condition them. You don't have a single thought in your own head that hasn't been put there by someone else. Do yourself a favor and think for yourself for once. Consider what's around you and use it rather than ignoring it like a petulant child. That is what got your predecessors dealt with in the first place. Learned from that, and he still chose a path dedicated to what he had learned and what had been put upon him. I appreciate him for everything he did, but he still was stubborn until the very end and refused to listen beyond sacrificing himself. It was practically suicide. I have this vain hope that you might actually listen, but it's fleeting every time I speak to you. Learn from people. Don't just toss it aside. Otherwise you're no different than the people we saved you from. Need I remind you that is where you came from? Need I remind you that you were hypnotized and corrupted, the same as him? That you were saved, that you were removed from an environment that is no different than when you were alive. This is your chance to aid the people that have done something for you, and yet every turn you dismiss people, you anger them. You don't even listen to the person that you're meant to serve and respect. Only when do they kick you into the dirt do you actually listen. It's pathetic. You're not strong, Oresh. You're pathetic. You may have the combat prowess, but you say you don't know if anyone else is worth your time. I'm starting to think that you're worth ours.
But Ore's gonna get fucking kicked out. Like, at
Then by
this
all
rate,
means remove me then.
That's not my decision to make. It's Amelia's. And she, throughout all of this, despite every argument you make, despite how much you anger her, she has chosen to keep you around. Somewhere in all of it, she still has a hope for you. do something about it before she loses it. For your own sake, if not anyone else's.
Perhaps she is right. Amelia could provide a good ally.
Oh my god.
But there are avenues to these things.
It's hard to say. All I know is for sure is we die too many times here, we'll end up just like the false army. Mindless soldier. That's why every life is precious. You should not use it. It's just not like coins in someone's pocket ready to put into a pinball machine for another free play. You have to hold on to as much as you can. Savor every last one. Because if you lose them all, you end up mindless and nothing.
You assume just because it's a path you do not understand is bad. I have had every opportunity to turn away from the sword and become a heresiarch. And yet I do not. I choose this. Just because you do not understand the path I live does not mean it is exclusively bad.
True. Don't know.
If I may,
Hmm?
try to at least explain to me. I've never met you before. I know nothing of your race, your culture. Would you care to share it?
Yes. I come from Lubre, a planet in inner space, part of the Reese Empire. I was born in the Adelia Mountains, from a brood mother, one of 700 children. Only about 54 survive. Those who do survive the harsh winters in the Adelia Mountains, they train non-stop in the ways of the sword logic. A brutal and bloody reality where strength is the only thing that matters. Blood begets blood, strength begets strength, and the value of one's worth and all of reality is dictated by how much they can survive. Every 100 years, the greatest of all the Lubrians is crowned the Ace Defiant. The greatest of all Lubrians. I was bred to be such a warrior. After Teacher Cora's tenure as Ace Defiant was over, I went through the trials to become the legendary warrior of my people. Of course, my will was stronger, and I was the Ace Defiant for 100 years. The greatest of all Lubre. What these people do not understand is that I yearn for nothing, other than my own self-growth. I do not desire food, nor coin, nor friendship, nor sex, nor any of the other things that the people of the outer worlds would desire. Those things cloud your mind, drag you down, make you weak. And if you are weak, you have no rights to exist in this universe. They do not understand. They see the blood tithes and they only think of the negatives that it brings. But they do not see the growth it has.
Hmm. under there?
There's nothing to.
Forgive my silence. I am thinking about how I can put this into terms that you may understand, or to speak on terms that we can both understand. You only desire self-improvement to the point where it would make softer creatures like me or the rocker girl cringe in fear, recoil, go, why would you think that way? Why would you what's with all the bloodshed? But to you, it has been reinforced over and over again. Why should softer creatures like us exist? When you haven't just proven your worth, you were the ace, you were the prime. So that's why I'm thinking. I have to say, take this as weakness, but I feel like I need to improve myself to better understand you and your ways, to communicate on a level that
path is singular, and you forego all other options. Is that inherently bad? Let us suppose instead of war, I took up poetry.
Interesting.
Like Kavasu and my entire life was only dedicated to the poems I write and the scrolls I write. And I care for nothing else, and I want for nothing else. Does that make it bad just because it is singular?
I suppose not.
You think me
There was a
doctrine.
saying.
You think me unable to make my own, and yet I have dozens of other Lubrians turn away from the sword. That is their own decision.
I do not think the point Elise was trying to make is that your singularity in decisions is bad. I think the point she was trying to make is that this universe works fundamentally differently than any of ours. In this one, I do not doubt that strength can get you killed.
I have only one objective, both in life and in death, and that is to ensure my place in the Ascendant Realm, so that when I do die here, my throne world and the Ascendant Plane will keep me alive. Such is the nature of these things.
That's a pretty strong belief.
Would it be
And this
impossible?
world is indeed driven by belief.
Would it be impossible
Belief
to find
and
your
desire.
place in this afterlife if you were to rely on others? Do you have to do it on your own?
It is not a matter of if I can trust people. It's a matter of perspective. We fundamentally disagree on many things. And while I do believe that allyship can be a path to greater strength, I cannot take you with me to my throne world when I die. When I inevitably carve it out.
That's fine.
It will be my own path to walk.
I do not believe any of us are looking to join you in your throne room. But the point that I would like to make is that Amelia, even if you may disagree with her decisions and actions, is trying to ensure that you can carve out your throne room.
Outstanding. Then we are in agreement on that. But there are still many things that we are in disagreement in. Tell me, do you have religion on your world?
Yes.
We have.
Oh, yes.
I have many different types of religions on my world.
Would you scorn someone for their upbringing because of the way they were raised?
I would not scorn
Let us say,
the
for
person.
instance, that one of the religions on your world, you were raised to believe it from a young age. You had many opportunities to turn away from this faith, and yet still you choose devotion. Would you scorn this person for not trying to seek another path?
I would not scorn them for not trying to seek another path, but I would scorn them if the path that they took harmed others around them.
Fair.
The paradox with that is in their mind, from their perspective, they believe they're doing the right thing. I understand the scorn. I'd probably scorn them as well. It's hard to just completely scorn someone for their beliefs or what they've been brought up to believe. Especially when it's been so deeply ingrained in them, they can't, or why would they even want to? All they see are negatives if they're trying to turn away. All they see are heretics. Why are they trying to pull me away? It could be something more physical, something more tangible, like physical punishment, death, exile. Or it could be something more emotional, spiritual. Why would you want to cease your growth? Why would you want to die? Why would you want to give up your soul? I am torn. I'm afraid I'm just talking in circles at this point, so forgive me if I'm not making sense or sounding weak.
Okay.
I tell you a story now. Many years ago, there was a Lubrian from the House of Kings. Barracks. As devout as any Lubray would be. However, on a mission outside in service of the Empire, he met a woman. And found love with said woman. He strayed away from the path, despite being one of our most valued members of society. The songs and tales written of his conquest thrown away for another path that he chose. We call him heretic because of it, but I'm sure that he lived a happy life and died a happy death. Any one of us Lubrams could turn away at any time. But we choose to stay. Not out of fear of being called a heretic, or out of the fear of being killed, but because we genuinely believe in what we're doing. I suspect you look at me the way you do because none of you, have ever truly believed in something so greatly that you knew the calling of your life. Can you truly look at me and tell me that doubt does not cloud your minds? That you think of what could have been?
every day of my life. Or, well, lack of a life. Ugh.
I do not have such thoughts, not because I am incapable of feeling them, or because they were removed from me, but because I chose to abandon them. Every step of the path that I have taken and will continue to take will be of my own volition. You may scorn me all you like.
Self-determination to its final logical step. I can respect that, even if I don't fully understand it. For what little that's worth.
Had a belief. I had a belief being famous that people would remember me as long as my music lived on. And I did everything. Play from any frat party to hole-in-the-wall bar to get to big arena. That was the goal. But sadly, it had to end. Not by my own choosing. Frankly, I don't know how that bus. All I know is after that, laying my head down, I woke up here. Well, you can say the first carnation of Alice. But then, after waking up again, being pulled by my hair, weak, helpless, unable to fight without any skills, I slowly realized that life is simple. I had to become a stronger person. Although I lack strength, I make up in speed. But I do lack in strength. I can counteract healing. Been a strange journey being here. Having to learn how to fight. Because so many people have protected me here. I thought it was just fair to pay the favor by protecting them when they can't or are unable to. Hell, I just wanted to play music all my life and make money. But now, these days, I just want to keep my after. There is no turning back to my previous life. Can't imagine going back to that. But after the things I've seen.
Hey, I guess it's my turn. Me, I hardly remember my life at all. I remember emotions, snippets, small details. As a matter of fact, my home in the shanty town, I specifically remember it being my grandmother's basement. I don't know why I was there. I don't remember her name, her face.
Don't mind him.
But Yeah, I tend to ignore him anyway, unless
Mm.
I have a reason to. As I was saying, my grandmother, my mother's brood mother. I was living with her. I believe I was taking care of her. I don't remember my name, what I did. Majority of my life, it's been lost. The majority of it has been lost ever since I came here after I died. I was human, I believe, but then I slowly became this. The more and more I was killed, torn apart. I remember giving myself for others, for their benefit, to save them. Lost my name, lost my memories. All I have left is my title, my role, my desire to help others. But I still keep fearing that I'm not doing enough. I can only give so much before I'm used up. And I already lost more than enough of myself. That's why whenever we saw the plaque, why either of you couldn't remember her name. That's why I was so shaken. It never happens that quick. Not unless you cut a deal with something you shouldn't be cutting a deal with.
It was the only way to get through that door.
And I don't blame you for that. These things happen for a reason. Nothing comes easy. Everything always has a price. For you, your devotion to self-improvement, to strength, to the sword logic, to you, your fame and wanting to grow in strength to protect the people around you, and to you, well, I'm sorry if I'm just generalizing, but you're a pharmacist. You help others. You've cut a deal with the Cheshire Cat. And you haven't developed your strength to do anything else except to hyperfixate on your potions and tonics and experiments.
I can share my story if
We
you'd
all
like.
have a... Yes, go ahead.
My life doesn't contain the same strife or trauma as most others here. In fact, I had a pretty good life. I grew up in a nice family, in a nice area, had a good education, a good enough education that I had multiple PhDs by the age of 25.
Holy shit!
Yeah, eidetic memory kind of helps with that.
Fuck, I can't even remember anything I did yesterday.
To be honest, neither can I. It's just writing that I can remember. I can remember it perfectly as soon as I see it, but all of that helped me get into the position where I was. I was on top of the world. I had the fame you so desperately wanted, and I would have traded anything to get rid of it. I had the skills and the talent to do my work. I was the best in my field. I was creating vaccines and cures for all these diseases that no one thought could be cured. And then there was an outbreak. There was this disease that spread throughout the entire world. everyone who tried to find a cure for it, find a vaccine, they would get sick themselves. It was highly contagious. They gave it to me, my team, my lab, because it wasn't just that we were the best, it was that we were the only ones left. And then, an accident. I dropped a vial, it broke, and I got infected. I spent the next few months in bed, having my friends tend to me in hazmat suits. And I passed in my sleep and woke up here. And while here, I have learned from that mistake. I will not let it happen again. And I will fix every problem that I can. That is a promise that I make to all of you, and a promise that I make to myself. That's why I'm so hyper-fixated on my experiments, why I spend so much time in my lab. And yes, I have doubt that clouds my mind, but in science, there is no room for doubt. There is no room to be hesitant. Of course, you have to think about safety. You have to think about all possible outcomes, but if you spend too long thinking, you will never make any observations. So, no matter how much I doubt myself, or my thoughts, no matter how hesitant or scared I am, I continue on anyway. The world that I left, if there is even a world that still exists, I don't want to go back. There are people here that I can help. And I don't plan on moving on either. My skills and my knowledge are useful here.
God, I've been waiting to get that off my chest for a while.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Sorry, yeah. I don't mean to laugh, it's just,
It's alright.
There's something, your story reminded me of something. I don't even remember the context of where it began or why I even have it. But the patch on my back, it says the calendar of Necrobell. I don't remember the exact context behind it, if it was like a book or a prophecy or a religion or hell, as far as I know, it could have been something I got off the back of a record label. But the calendar of Necrobell is the countdown before the world ends. There are 7 miseries that are supposed to occur. And you can't stop it. It's going to happen. Whether you try and... No matter how hard you fight, no matter how hard you struggle, no matter how much good or bad you do, it's all going to end. So maybe it's better that your world ended. And you're here with a fresh start. As morbid as that is. That's tickling your funny bone.
Well, I guess I just respect. Who knows how my life would have been if I was still alive, but I know for one fact, I could probably say, they probably wouldn't remember their name, but they probably would say, do you remember that one band that we saw? What was their names?
They'll probably remember the lyrics, the tones, the cadence of the song, maybe a guitar riff, but
Or something
you just gotta
stupid
remember
we
your
did on
name.
stage. Hmm. It's quite an interesting day. Well, eye opening.
I know I'm not the most expert when it comes to music, but in my opinion, if there's anything for a performer to be remembered by, it's the stupid stuff they do. When something is too professional, it feels like there's less soul in it. It's not as connected to the performers. When stupid stuff happens, you know it's authentic.
Oh yeah.
There was this band in my home world. It's called Samurai. One of the guitarist or singers, his name was Johnny. I forget I can't remember his full name, but he did some wicked shit. There's this corporation taking over everything, taking farmlands, taking the people's lives. Just horrible people. The singer somehow got his hands on a nuclear bomb, went to the top of that corporation's tower, and blew it the fuck up.
Holy shit!
God damn.
He killed millions, but I say, don't judge me on this, but I say he did a good job. The corporation probably murdered already way more people than that bomb did. But that's one reason why I honestly like that band, because they fight for freedom. They won't let a corporation take what they love doing. One of the songs they did make is called Never Fade Away. It's pretty good. If we find a record here, or if it plays my memories, or even, fuck, my house probably has it. My cabin, whatever that little shed area is. Find a way to bring it out and play it. It's pretty good.
Let's add that to the list. For a record.
Hey Sapphire, you got any stories for us?
Come on, Sapphire, you're dragging. You should have a horror story.
I mean, there was that one time when I opened up one of the doors and was completely covered in yogurt.
Yeah, there was that. I think I was there.
Were you?
Or was I? I don't know.
Hi, Dawn. How you
I'm sorry, I'm not
doing?
thinking my...
Hi.
Oh, I thought it was a will-o'-the-wisp. Hello there, whoever you are.
Oh,
This is Dor.
you haven't met each
She's one of Cheshire's.
Oh, Door, the dormouse. I'm sorry, I have the memory of a goldfish.
That's me.
Yeah, you're offering those chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
Well, grab a bowl and have some
Now
stew.
I remember.
No, I'm okay. I ate a lot. I kind of feel sick, if I'm honest. I'm stuck like this.
I'm not really sure I can really help your leg issue. I don't know, no, Sapphire, be gentle, be gentle.
Step.
That's okay. Thank you.
So, Sapphire, friend you were telling me about, are there any interesting stories about them?
There was that one time when they played that prank on the principal. Where they filled his entire office with shaving cream.
Wait, his entire office. Like what? Is this like a 15 by 15 or a 20 by 20 foot office space? Completely filled with shaving cream.
They made a shaving cream bomb.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Because I thought you just have like dumped it like entire tube of shaving cream in there. But you know, with the proper explosives, could give you even coverage.
Yeah, they rigged it when he sat down in his chair.
Ooh.
Oh, did they rig her up with a whoopee cushion? Please tell me they did it with a whoopee cushion.
No, they didn't. They didn't do that.
Then that's a failed opportunity. Farts make everything funnier.
But they did take all the stuffing out of his chair and filled it up with shaving cream.
So that's how they activated it. Genius. I saw. Oh. You want some stew?
Okay, that's fine. I know we're weird and scary. You can stay over there. You'll be fine.
Well, feel like it. Just sitting around telling stories.
Do you have any stories, Dawn?
Huh?
Do you have any stories you can tell us?
Oh, give me a minute.
I got a fascinating story.
Huh?
I remember, where was it? Worcestershire. No. Woodchester. That's it. Get the word screwed up. I remember we were finishing a gig. We're sitting around the bar. Still a full crowd, and all I remember is a fight breaking out, and I hear scatters, and once you know, the whole bar clears out, except for a couple regulars and me and the band. And we're just sitting there, it's like, we ain't leaving. Partying.
Is it like that scene out of Ratatouille?
Oh, you mean? Oh, wait a minute. Is that the one with the guinea pig underneath the little chef's under the little guy's chef hat?
Yeah, sure, why not?
That was a hamster.
Yeah, and then a hamster? No, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, they're guinea pigs.
It was a rat.
A rat?
We all come from different worlds, remember?
It's true. Our realms are probably altered by our reality, so we might have remembered something completely different from.
Well, the rat makes more sense.
You said it.
Anyway, so it was crazy. Like everybody cleared out of the bar, and we're wondering what the hell just happened. Well, not more than 5 minutes before they kicked us out, we found a broken pipe on the ground. And everybody got scared. So they all scattered because someone broke their pot pipe. And we're talking like 30 people just all at once going through this little door, just sure.
She
And we're like,
sleeping like that.
I don't think so.
She'll be fine. I don't know
Door-
how comfortable she is.
Door just does things. Don't mind her.
Door sleep all the time. Right? Well,
That,
I mean, that's her role.
No.
That's her title.
but is what they do.
That's not my point of sleeping. Point is the position.
Dory went
that
stuck
and
earlier.
snack a lot.
Can sleep standing up?
She's also the weaver of nocturnal life.
Door also falls
Interesting.
asleep hanging upside down before.
Ain't that something?
I got a story.
There you do.
Before, this was a long time ago, before I even was, I was still a human, not a hunk of metal. I worked at this bar called the Afterlife. It was
Ironic
a
seeing
pretty
out
famous
here
bar.
now.
Yeah, I know, right? No, it was a decommissioned morgue that got turned into a bar. It's pretty cool.
Ah, shit,
That
that's
Johnny
fucking
guy.
metal!
Yeah, it is. That Johnny guy, the terrorist that blew up the building at you went there a while ago.
The terrorist.
Yeah, we had this freezer in the back where we kept the food, but we had to lock it up because there was this guy that keeps coming out from it. His name was Will Smith. I don't know how, but this guy has internal life. You shoot him, you could be a pile of mist, and he somehow comes back alive from the freezer. Every time he gets out, he goes around slapping people, trying to escape. But we keep on shooting
Wait,
them up.
wait. Are you sure you're not dealing with the Revenant?
No,
Maybe a lich.
No, it's not. He's a human. I don't know. I'm not really sure. All I know is
That
he keeps
kinda
coming
sounds like a
back
Revenant
alive.
to me.
And it's a nuisance. Probably. Yeah. No matter what we do. Yeah, he's actually a pretty funny guy. Like, when you're having a bit of a conversation, he'd go up to this one... he'd go up to... I was having a conversation with my wife at the time. I know I should have laughed about this, but Will Smith came out of nowhere, told her to shut up, and slapped the shit out of her.
Good morning.
Or evening.
You've been asleep for the past 400 years.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, your round of numbers came up, but you had to claim the ticket within 150 years, so...
Okay, you think if we had the lottery,
Many
you
things
think
have
I'd be sitting
changed.
here?
M&Ms are now called double and W's.
Was
That sounds funny.
If the lottery, it would have to be run by Chris. Like Lily.
and I could rig it 'cause she's my mom. Hey.
Because they have the most memory of...
Yeah?
Excuse you.
Alright, whose turn for a story?
Alright, that's not...
I vaguely remember something. This is gonna sound weird. Very vague. More like lyrics than anything else. But it's going somewhere. I'm sorry, I guess I should give you a little bit of context. In my world, at least from what I can remember, there were lyrics, stories. Where you start with a song or a phrase, and then you would continue. Then another person would continue the story somehow, either with their own character or someone else's actions or adding to the story. I vaguely remember this one because I remember saying it time and time again to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I may. The wind from the east, from the sundered land, rot riseth, and the stench of blood. Cursed walker, will you travel there? To the valley of the unfortunate undead. Our young ones are being taken by the child thief Thurgoal, known for his vile crimes and alchemy of the flesh. Then I would have one friend. I remember him having like a very long face.
Mm-hmm.
He would share his character and what they would do. And I also have this little tiny fellow that tucked in this little tiny neat voice. But when he performed his part of the song, of the poem, he would be this completely cynical, or just like gritty, sort of like a cynical, backstabbing, gutter-born scum. And I'm sorry, I think my where'd my paw go? There it is. Okay. Ow, get up. Come on.
Your body is really not agreeing with you today.
Yeah, I know, it's strange. It's like it wants to do something that I don't exactly have control over.
Have you tried shaking it or turning it off and on? Like passing out and then waking back up?
Yeah, it actually did it. Thank you. But as I was saying, and there's another character. This very demure, snobbish person. I have no idea why he's friends with him. He drank like a truckload. But he had this most obnoxious prince. And for some reason, I always imagined that his story would end in tragedy. But it didn't, despite all the odds. The smug prince always came out on top. Even against Thurgoal. Even against the child thief Thurgoal. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of rambling at this point. It's not as coherent as the Black Angel story. I guess it's more because the stories that these songs are kind of more collaborative than set in stone.
Oh, I got one. I know where to start.
I'm sure the cam has one.
I have many stories, laddie. But I think the good one is my maiden voyage. Day I attained my ship. Started off as a quaint day in a little dugout I had with a rowboat on the beach side. I was with me brother. We just made off with about, say, 50 gold, give or take. Night of gambling, bit of picking pockets, and a wee bit of begging for people and tricking them.
Of course.
We woke up that day, and as we did, there it was. A lot of things lead to a lot of bad things. That's how life is.
Yes, true. Everything's scary.
Everything's scary. Now back to my story.
I left my stove on.
Oh,
hi, Cheshire.
Yeah, they've been up there. Anyway, there it was sailing across the waters. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't great, but it was a beaten to hell sailing ship. About length of two buses, and then about...
Oh yeah, she's been in that corner.
It was a sloop, that's what it was called, yeah. Sloops are these smaller ships that are meant for like 4, maybe 5 people to sail. There it was sailing across the water. We watched it come up to the dock, and as it hit the dock, not literally hit the dock, mind you, it
Telling stories.
slumped a bit, and it was slowly sinking till it
I'm a
stopped,
nosy bitch.
hit the beach side.
Really?
Well, stuff that where the piers are built on. From there, me and my brother walked up
some
over to
dirt.
the docks. Bit of a crowd had gathered. We looked upon it, and well, on the ship was this one thin guy. Looked like he hadn't eaten in days. So a few folks helped him out, and others were looking over the ship. My brother and I, we decided to pull one of our old cards. The Dockmaster and his assistant. Now, and we had to be quick about it too. We checked with the people working on the ship. We looked over the place. Had one big old hole in the bottom. Had to get water and repair it out from the other side. So we had to ask a few people to help us drag it off to the dry docks. Get it all set up. Well, we did. Fixed up the ship, helped the mate. Now, for the next few nights, me and my brother, we got all friendly with this bloke. Helped him with food, spent all 50 gold coins we had to help the man. Got him food, drinks, helped him if he had any needing of getting rid of scurvy or any medical things. We had 2 gold coins left on about the 5th, 6th night. That's when it happened. We had his ship fully repaired. Everything was fine and dandy. And that's when the bloke came to us, asking for a bit of help with the ship and finding a few things. That was my brother's and mine ticket. Get off the island after enjoying ourselves to a point where people were ready to blow our heads off. But hey, you gotta make a living somehow, even if it is cruel to others. So, we take him. We're 2 cabin boys at this point now. We're sailing with this old bloke. He's about, I'd say, late 60s, give or take. So, he takes us on this cruise. We stop every once in a while, go fishing, haul up bits and pieces, go diving into the water where there's sunken ships where sharks and other things would come and grab you. That is until one point. We get to this small island. We're enjoying a few drinks. Fall asleep that night. Only to wake up. Ship's still there. Everything's fine. But old man just laying there. Burnt to a crisp. Now. Blacked. Burned. Now the fire.
I know, but I'm just surprised.
That's what I was too. Come to find out when we checked his ship in the little room he was sleeping on the ship. Had a chest that was as black as the night and smelled of flesh.
Ooh.
Now, this was one of the many cursed chests throughout the seas. If you find one, you can break the curse within time if you're able to. Some people do that, get quite a pretty penny from people. But some folks keep these chests to take a ticket per se. Use it to trade with a ferryman or trade with demons to set them up in another place. That is what happened. He's gone. What was there for ours to take and inside the chest? Nice flintlock. Few ship charts, maps even. And a compass. Seems whatever there was, gold coins, other things, be used up. Placed in other things for others to do stuff. Or to keep track of where he's been. Myself and my brother found out rather quickly that most of those maps were already long and gone used. Flintlock and compass. Those were our greatest treasures. And from there, we sailed that little old sloop across the seas. Brother wasn't much of a sailor. He just enjoyed the adventure. Myself, I liked the ship. So at the time, we just called it the Burnt Rose. Nice little sailing time it was on that sloop until, well, we had to upgrade and get a bigger ship, more crew members. And of course, there was an issue with the Navy, but that's another time. Navy's a bunch of bastards anyway. Hope they're all being eaten by sharks or some shit, the cunts. But that's my first story for many of others. I'm not gonna give them all away just now.
That's it. Wow. Fascinating.
Evening, Titan. You just catch the tail end of the story.
Oh, do I have a story?
No, you caught the tail end of the story. That's what I said.
Oh, I see.
If you have a story, we're sharing them.
Yeah, we are.
I don't necessarily have a story, but I didn't want to interrupt. I do have something to say to Sapphire. Your girlfriend is very mean. Those peppers are not sweet.
What? Who the fuck is that? Oh, that's cute actually. That's fine. That's neat. You don't like spicy things?
No. It was
He shouldn't try the soup. You know what? Titan, try some of the here. Try some of the soup, Titan. I think you like it. Come here. Try some of this.
Yeah.
You pour it in his back hole.
What is it?
It's a nice little soup. Use peel orange to get some flavor, spices, you know, this and that. Nothing too crazy.
It's actually quite savory.
Yeah.
This is always so awkward to do.
I do got a pretty good story, but some people have been pressuring me, been asking me, but, apologies. I think y'all do deserve to know this, because it's not good to keep secrets, and I just hope this doesn't change your opinion about me. I'm not a very good man. I'm not gonna lie. I've done some very horrible things. I've been in many wars. I've killed way too many people than a normal person should have. I was a mercenary for hire. A lot of big companies, places hired me, such as Redstone, this place called Engineers, a bunch of people. I don't know if any of you know them, but
I've heard of Redstone in a dream. Rest I can't remember.
all I had in mind was just doing the job. Like, I didn't care if I killed people, nothing. But I had problems of my own. I didn't ask for help, nothing. I just kept it all bottled in until I went into a rage. I hurt a lot of my own friends because of it. When I finally did get some help, I retired from all the fighting, and killing, and whatnot. I started a family. First time I've ever fought. First time I ever felt alive, like I was human again. I had kids, I had a wonderful life. But my past then caught up to me. People killed my wife, kids, and burned down everything I worked for.
Oh, God.
I don't know what happened to me. I burnt down the entire fucking city I was in. I don't know what happened. I killed many people for no reason. I was in a frenzy. I later tracked down.
The fucked up thing was you had a reason.
I didn't really have a reason to kill innocent people. People were just walking on the street, and they happened to be in my way. I went to a place called Redstone, and I tracked down the person that killed my wife and kids. I executed in front of everyone, there just wasn't a left, though. I attacked my friend, one of my best friends. I did almost kill more people I loved, and I forced him to kill me. And that's how I ended up here. Really, the only thing now I want to do is get out of this fucking rotten place and be with my family in eternity. Live a life of peace.
As the Reaper that brought you here, generally, it's not about who you were that matters anymore. It's about your tenure here. You may have been an awful person. I know a few people here that were awful people. But it's not about who you were anymore. You didn't make it to an afterlife for a reason. That bit of you has already been judged. It's about what you do from now on that matters. Be it how you treat the people around you, or how you deal with the war, if that's what you want to do. It's who you are now that has to be judged. So I don't think anyone here really has the right to treat you any differently from how you've already been treating them.
This place was built for you to atone. It was built for all of us to atone. And I don't think you have to be worried about us seeing you any differently because you've killed so many. One of the things we trust most in this realm, or that the others trust most in this realm, is the literal manifestation of death. And if that's not enough...
You've got Bahamut.
There's Bahamut, who's killed many as well. And then there's also Ipsum, who is no longer allowed in this realm because of what he's done. He would actively seek out innocent people, harm them in ways that he found funny, tortured them, killed them for his own sadistic pleasure. I think at one point he even tried to take the rabbit's spot. Is that right?
Yes. We failed miserably, though.
Put me to sleep for about, what? 6, 7, 8 months?
Who you were doesn't matter. Who you are now does.
You may consider this place rotten, but it's also what's going to finally decide whether you make it to your family or not. So it's down to you to treat it how you think will be the best way for you to reach them, not necessarily the fastest.
Fast is irrelevant.
You'll get there when you get there.
You'll be exactly where you need.
If you feel this place is cruddy, maybe you should put your efforts towards making it a better place. That just might be the creationist in me talking, though.
I, for one, would love a chicken sandwich store.
We gotta find chicken
Chicken
first.
sandwiches do
That's the
sound
issue.
good.
It's gotta be fried.
Kill for chicken
A fried chicken
Of
sandwich.
course.
Oh.
and season well.
Yes. No.
And pickled and
Actually,
brine.
No, I
Oh
wanna hear
my
from
god!
you.
Hold on! Shut up! Hold on! I actually agree with you for one, Piano Man. I marinate my chicken in pickle brine, Pinata Man.
That's not what it sounded like.
Oh no shit! I mean, yeah.
I said pinata, man.
Marinated in pickle brine.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you
I'm
put
gonna-
a chicken breast. And
You know what?
No, hold on.
I'm just gonna
If
quietly
you haven't
cry
tried
in
it,
black.
Have you tried it?
I'm gonna quietly cry in black. No, because that is foul. That is disgusting. You don't
No,
do
it
that
is
shit.
not.
You did not do that shit to the chicken.
You need to let it marinate for like a day.
You.
Christ.
I think this is an okay argument.
I don't know. Listen, these people haven't tried before, but I'm telling you.
No, they
you
really
don't even
haven't.
need pickles.
Listen, I like
See
pickles
the
just like
juice
an
or the
extra
brine.
chicken.
Popeyes.
No, you don't. No, that is nasty. That is nasty.
I wouldn't know about Chick-fil-A.
It's gonna ruin the taste and it's gonna ruin the spices.
What's Chick-fil-A?
Pickles, yeah.
You let it marinate first, then you add the spice and the breading.
No, because I'm not a crazy lunatic. I'm gonna make the chicken my way when we find a chicken, and it's gonna be better than anything you can come up with. Oh, hold me back. Hold me back.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Look. You've seen his loadout, right?
Give me a second.
You really want to be dealing
I
with
don't
that?
give a fuck. Oh shit, you're right. My bad. I
Did
should
you hear my story?
Okay, no.
That does not deploy.
Back the fuck up.
You are in sanctuary. That weapon does not deploy.
Okay.
Come on. We're walking away from this. Come on.
Well, anyways, I agree with you, Pinata Man.
We're walking away with it. Come on.
Every time I make a chicken sandwich,
I'm gonna judge him
I
for. This is what
marinate
we're
it
gonna
in
judge him
pickle juice and buttermilk for 24 hours, half and half.
Come on.
That's what I like.
Buttermilk. It's been years since I had buttermilk. I mean, I never actually had proper buttermilk. I just sort of like did a cheap ass, just like 2%. I mean, whole percent milk and pickle brine.
Yeah, just half and half. Oh, it's so good. Once you marinate for 24 hours, I combine breadcrumbs and cornstarch to give you that super crumbly.
I was told
Oh.
it had something for me.
Oh, and cornstarch. That's what I was missing.
It's okay.
I think you just unlocked a memory.
Here's what you do, right?
When every time it has to be, the only thing that has to be on that chicken sandwich is a brioche bun. No other bun, a brioche bun. Has to be.
And a brioche.
Hmm.
It's seasoned while you're grilling it, right? Then, like,
If it's a brioche bun,
you gotta, like,
out
you
of
gotta
it.
cook the bread.
garlic
I think I may be
parmesan
missing the
sauce.
brioche bun. Oh, garlic. I do remember garlic. Yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Then you put like.
This devolved from wholesome campfire stories to violent arguments so quickly.
Yes, it has. 3 thinly sliced pickles.
Yeah.
Then,
Oh.
I like spinach.
Stella, this is
I
the
play
proverbial
spinach
cock.
and more sauce on the top bun.
Spinach, I can see spinach. It
Why?
has a neutral flavor.
Why?
I've had enough of the actual headache. Am I wrong?
Once I
No, you're not, and that's why I hate it.
So, like, I'd rather have
Listen, there's a sauce that I specifically remember. What did I mix with it? Let's hear. It was like barbecue sauce and something else to make it more savory as opposed to sweet. It's on the tip of my tongue.
And not the sauce.
I'm imagining the flavor right now, but I can't remember what I mixed it with.
figure that when we get chicken house.
Yeah, I can.
It'll come to me when I'm not thinking about it.
Also, let's be real. Don't try to be like that. I understand you don't want to agree with them, but don't get too crazy, alright?
Yeah, so you wanna go get that present?
Sounds good.
Oh, yeah. I will in a minute.
Don't shake.
God, I think you just became my new best friend.
I'm not doing it.
No shit! Look,
You know, I
whenever we find a chicken,
Go on.
whenever we find a chicken, we need to find some pickle brine first. Period.
Most definitely.
Or a slice.
I can't believe you're here trying to blow out his back with ingredients. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
I'm not gonna eat it.
You know, that's fair. There's a lot wrong with me too.
I can taste it, but I can't. Next time I do make a chicken, I usually do half, but I never try to force pickle brine. I usually do. I'm just gonna get pickle brine, marinate that just to pickle brine. It's good. Instead of
See how that works.
Back then, some was
I'm giving me a bit more. Give me a bit more of my soup here.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It wasn't Ipsum, it was
Actually, you know what I like about the burger? It tenderizes the meat too.
What?
I know.
I think it's behind the bus.
What's behind the bus?
Pickle chicken.
Did you just throw away oranges into the fire?
Okay, I know that she has some strong opinions about how we prefer a chicken, but let's not antagonize her, not needlessly, okay?
Apologies.
Sapphire, I need you.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
done with
antagonize
it.
another man. I mean, don't antagonize a lady.
Oh yeah, 12, do you want any of the stew? Nice flavoring.
For a start, I'm 11. Secondly,
11,
no.
13? Okay.
You're 11.
Alright.
Look, 20.
I'm 11, so shut the fuck up.
No, okay, bye.
Oh, they're gone.
There they go. Not more stew for us.
Yeah, like I said, don't antagonize a woman like that. That's very nice to the lady.
She's 11 because
whoever.
K is the 11th letter of the alphabet.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. I was like, I was wondering why she was called 11, but I felt like it was rude to ask if it was like, sentimental and shit.
But not to antagonize you, but you should at least try it once.
No.
When people just
Okay,
have different
look at the bright
lifestyles
side.
and shit, you know?
If she doesn't like it, if she doesn't even want to try it, more for us.
Or Popeyes.
You know what, fair point.
You've had.
Yeah, so we'll keep our disgusting
divided
chicken
chicken
away from you.
Popeye, he made really good food.
Okay,
The issue
fine,
was he
fair
put
enough.
spinach and everything.
I still want some chicken for myself, obviously.
Oh, obviously, no. If
That's
we
fine.
No, it
make
did, but it got
normal chicken
bland
for
after
you.
a while. Like,
But
I mean,
you
like,
will
and I mean spinach.
try.
I want to make my own chicken.
Right.
I want to make my own piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Just because I'm a better cook than you.
Avocado.
I want to get your hopes up. You don't know anything. Well, I'm okay. Not in that sense. I'm pretty sure you're good at cooking, but I would underestimate your opponent. I
I'm
wouldn't say
underestimating
that.
you heavily.
I think
I
I can
was
cook
human
better
once.
than both of you.
I was
That
never.
stew was
human.
fucking fantastic.
I find it amusing that you're all arguing over who's the better cook, and we don't even need
Yeah, well, no, that's because this is funny and it's fun. This is like good banter.
Listen, it's because I'm right. Okay.
They're a bit of an egotistical little shit sometimes.
Now, I mean, to be fair, that is your
not a
opinion, and you
little
are
shit.
right to your opinion.
Everyone does
is
have
right.
an opinion, and we shouldn't judge.
One has opinion.
Yeah.
I judge.
I mean, it's
you
just how we would like to.
heavily.
No. Alright, I'm gonna go smoke somewhere else.
I think I'm the best cook, because my cooking keeps you guys alive.
Who the fuck are you? I'm joking.
This is the only.
Well, I mean, in a
right
purely
for us to
practical
cook.
sense, she is right.
Why is it always with race with you?
What? Yeah, no.
Just because we're white, we
I've
can't
dealt with
cook?
so much racism. I need to shit on the.
You know
world
what?
for a little bit.
That's
I've
to
dealt
be
with so
fair.
much
I've also,
racism.
I feel you with there. I get called olive N-word a lot.
I get called a monkey almost every day.
Oh no!
Alright, wait. To be fair,
I'm not looking at someone specifically.
here's the funny
I'm not
thing.
looking at someone specifically.
Monkey, yes, is also that term, but we also used it to explain people who were fucking daft cunts and really good at climbing. That's what we call them.
So you calling me a monkey, huh?
Well, are you good at
Are you
climbing?
gonna climb this tree? Yeah, that's what I was
He is! He's like a little spider monkey!
Why are you proving his point?
Look, we even made Death walk away.
If you bring out
we even made Death walk away with that.
If you bring out
Okay, I'm not that type of white, okay? Calm down.
Good. Good.
I'm the European white.
Why would you
So where's the whip?
point there though? That's my better question.
No, that's the American white.
You know where most Americans came from? Europe. The white Americans? European.
The Norwegian.
That's too close to home. That is too close to home.
I'm not sure. I never really. I wasn't really good in geography. Or history.
Oh.
For that matter. Anyways, let's change the conversation. This is getting a little too close.
Yeah.
Silence.
Have you ever dealt with racism?
Can we move on from the racism?
No, I don't think I have. I think I'm gonna go do something. Y'all have a nice night.
I don't blame you.
Look, I cannot reach your. Oh, that really hurt my back. Oh.
You good?
Okay.
Hold on, I'm just gonna. Oh! Damn, that was heavenly! Oh, that felt good. Oh, fuck. Oh. Ow.
I'm guessing you popped something? Release a lot of tension?
My spine. Oh, I felt good. Ow. Ooh.
Well, I mean, as long as she's okay.
Oh, I feel the pain now. Ow, ow, ow. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
No. No.
I'm trapped in a doll's body. No, I don't have a spine.
Well,
I don't even
why
have
I
a
was confused
stomach.
in asking. Then why are you so adamant on getting chicken?
Honestly, I miss chewing on it. I like just going and taste.
Can you taste it though?
Yeah, I can taste it.
Ah, I see. So it brings you no nutrients. It gives you enjoyment. A sense of nostalgia of when you had an actual body.
Yeah.
I see. Understandable now.
Damn, I miss having a proper body and not having to pop off my head every now and then and sew it back on.
I just realized quite a few of us as well. I believe over half, potentially.
Yeah. Oh, there's a cat.
Under half. Definitely under half.
See,
Welcome back, Rob.
I will say, I'll say this. As long, like, we can have our little arguments and do all this shit, right? But don't try to get violent on people. That's where things start drawing the line. People will disagree. And that's it, really.
Here.
Oh yeah, I know, but just don't be going off, is the main point. Like, that hard. You can yell, you can argue, but just don't be going to a point where it's gonna get, too heated.
No one here knows salami. I can't make that joke. Damn it.
What the fuck you mean? Yes, I do, you fucking shit. I know what salami is.
Like the salted meat?
No, I'm talking about a person.
You're proving her point.
Oh!
I'm talking about a person.
See, that
Outside
makes
of
it...
you, me, and the rabbit, that's about it.
Okay, that's fair. That would have been better. You should have stated that afterwards. Before I came up to you and was like, what do you fucking mean?
But this was funnier.
That's true, it was funnier.
Speaking of salami, do we still have Don't we still have some of her
probably
wine?
Consider.
I
You should probably
don't know if we should
consider
drink her wine.
Making a plug for that, or with a lock.
Well, we have to get rid of it somehow.
Like, here's my thumb over the hole. Not like on top of it, but where there's like a...
If you're going to stick your thumb in its holes, please take that to a private room, not my view.
Top thumb.
More like a fist.
Please don't.
I am trying to help him. I don't need your innuendos.
I'm just stating an observation.
What-os?
I could have made it far worse.
Oh yeah, you could have made it far worse. But anyway, so like, you see how there's like this patch here before it goes to the hole? You would just get something to cover it up there that you can open up and down every once in a while.
I see.
Does it tickle?
That's
Does
what
it tickle?
tickle.
Give me this. You're not ticklish.
Necessarily.
Feel better?
I do. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think we all feel better.
Campfire stories were exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
Look at these hands.
Forget about trying to search for things.
You can have an entire race with 2 hands in this arm.
I think the best search we can ever do is finding ourselves and finding each other.
The real sanctuary was the friends we made along the way.
Stop that.
Why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah.
Oh, that just takes up your entire face. I didn't realize that took up your entire face.
That bring up
I
a
thought this
memory?
just seems very familiar for me. I don't know why.
Hmm.
No.
Please, I've already been.
Song lurk,
I've
maybe?
already been
Poem?
detached twice today.
Yeah, the
It's
only
a common
Maybe,
cliche
or maybe just some-
from
I
where
don't
I'm
want to touch
from.
seaweed right now unless I'm cooking it.
It's probably a common cliche for many places, seeing how it's
So mean.
even ringing a bell for me.
Your hair's seaweed. What do you want from me?
It's more of a nice green instead of
What was the name of the
seaweed
world you came from?
I would say it's more of a night green.
Alrighty, people, start to bring everything down to a close. We are going to be stopping in a few
I
minutes.
believe it was called
Oh man.
Grift.
Look at what I dropped. Okay, cool.
If it was a variation of Earth, that would make sense, because that's the world that I'm from.
I'm fucking... I'm dropping.
Wait, what?
It may be in a version of Earth, or what you know is Earth, or your Earth could have been a version of Grift.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Is this a custom from where you come from?
Oh no, I'm just autistic.
They come from Earth where everything is always angry, so it's instead of Earth, it's Girth.
No.
That proves it.
I mean, my brother wasn't an angry person. He was quite nice, kind.
Hmm.
He's always Girth.
Compared to you, I think everyone's nice.
Dumb.
And with that ungodly burn, that's where we're closing session.
Oh, that was amazing.
Now this is mine.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna mute everyone so I can close off stream. Oh god, that was amazing. Next session is going to be a combat mission, so I am once again going to be NPCing. Once again, it's going to be all... Oh my god. It's going to be at the same time as usual, next Monday at 8 p.m. EST. So I will see you all then. Have a good week.